Hey, this is Diane Gibbs, and this is Finding Your Superpower and Telling Your Story. And this video is all about 16 self-promotion rookie mistakes that you definitely don't want to make. All right, so I broke it into 3 areas. The first area is rushing through those first impressions. So on your resume, it could be on your website, on a social media post or a blog post, or comments in social media or on somebody else's blog, whatever. Don't state the obvious. You're a designer or an illustrator. Don't state what every designer and illustrator should have, that you are proficient in InDesign. A client doesn't really understand that, so it's a waste of space, waste of real estate. If you're trying to get a freelance gig at a design firm or an agency or somewhere like that with other designers, it's kind of obvious. And if you're having to post that, it's kind of like, well, you're not a good fit then. Number 2 is showing your lack of craftsmanship or showcasing your laziness by not using spell check. Maybe your promotion doesn't fit. So maybe you engage in inappropriate or shameless self-promotion online. And I think your examples could be online or in-person conversations, posting your work on their feed, or tagging them inappropriately. Instead, you want to comment in social media, you want to comment intelligently, start conversations instead of just telling about your thing. It comes across as spam. And then also, literally, if you're mailing a piece and the envelope doesn't fit, you need to make sure that the envelope fits nice and just like a regular envelope should, just a little bit bigger. Not that the envelope's too big or too small for that self-promotion piece. And when you're in person or you're using online video chat, make sure your body language is not sending mixed signals. Slouching, crossing arms, or not giving good eye contact. You want to look interested. Facial expressions are important. There is a book I want to recommend that you get, and I'm going to pop it up here in a second. It helped me a lot. It's called The Silent Language of Leaders by Carol Gincy-Goman. This could just be a pet peeve of mine, but I believe that chewing gum or playing with your tongue ring or your lip ring or chewing a mint, crunching on something can be very distracting. And if they're sitting across the table from you and you're doing this, it pretty much says that you're not taking this very seriously. If you have a cold and you have to have a lozenge in your throat, just don't crunch it. All right, area number 2. Connections and confidence. If you're shy, you need to work on pretending like you're not. This can be the hardest thing you have to overcome, but it's also one that can be a game changer. Be honest, tell people what you're looking for. Just don't start the conversation with that. Don't come across so desperate, of course. But what you want to do is just practice. Practice your pitch, practice what you're going to say, and practice talking to strangers. Overconfidence is just as much of a problem as lack of confidence. So thinking that you're going to get a big gig right out of the gate, is probably not very realistic. People want to see that they can trust you. They want to see proven work. So make some great connections, make some great friends in the industry that you have worked for, clients that can give you that reference. Underconfidence or lack of confidence is also a problem for some people. They say, oh, well, I'm just going to take this job that's not in the field for a little bit, and then 10 years later, they're still in that job. So what I want to tell them is have a plan. Have a plan from the get-go of when you're going to stop doing that job. I had a student who, after she graduated, she was trying to get a little bit of money. She said she gave herself a year and then she moved to the new city without a job, but she moved to the new city. She had a little bit of money under her belt that she could live off of for a little bit, but she had a year and she did it, and now she's working outside of New Jersey. All right, number 8 is creating something for the wrong audience. Usually when you create something for the wrong audience, it means that you're doing it out of desperation or out of laziness because you didn't research your audience. So I want to make sure that you're not going to interviews or going to consultations when you are not a good fit for what they might need. This could be clients, customers, potential employers. They can smell your hunger, which is great, but they can also smell your fear and your desperation. Number 9 is not doing your research or understanding your audience. This is easy. This is so often not done because people don't feel like they have the time to research. This has been one of my best ways of connecting with clients or people that I interview with. I actually can talk about what they have been doing recently, and they see me regularly commenting on their posts. And another problem is not using a targeted mailing list, whether you're talking about email or snail mail. You should have an idea who you're advertising to, whether you're doing a power builder in Facebook, if you're doing Facebook ads, or if you're buying a list, or you're trying to get a list of people that also like similar things that you do. You need to have this. This will be easier for you to make a connection if you are using a targeted list. When you're commenting, when you're emailing, or doing a mailing, if they aren't personalized. You don't have to send out 1,500. You could send out 15. It's not like you have to personalize thousands, but make sure that the 15 you do send are personalized. And then not being yourself. Trying to be what you think they want you to be or who they're hiring for. I am really bad at this. I really like to people please. It's the same way in finding a job, in finding a client. You have to tell people the honest truth about what they need or what's best for them or how you can help them. That will create amazing connections, especially if you say, hey, you know what? I'm not right for you. I know somebody who is. Or just being a jerko in the interview. Area number 3, once is never enough. So not using or discounting the network and relationships that you already have. So think about teachers, colleagues, fellow alumni, connections that you have on social media, friends and family. All these are people that you have a relationship with already. Use these. Not use the people in a bad way, but reach out to them. Tell them if they love you and they're friends with you, they want to help you. But you have to be honest with them and tell them what you're looking for and what you need. One of the biggest rookie mistakes is not following up. I am amazed at how many people are like, well, I sent my resume, or I sent them a letter, or I sent them a promotion piece, but they haven't called me yet. And I'm like, well, have you called them or emailed them or connected with them on social media to make sure that they received it? No. Huge mistake. What if they haven't gone through their pile of mail? What if they haven't answered emails in a while? Maybe they're trying to fill a freelance position and they're so busy that they don't even have time to do all the regular stuff. So you have to follow up. Please follow up. Huge rookie mistake. And then another one is only reaching out once is not bad enough. It's just as bad to reach out using only one platform or one medium. So say you emailed and say, oh, well, they never emailed me back. One problem is that you did it only once. The other problem is that you just used email. Why don't you connect with them on other platforms? Go to social media and try to connect. Try to send them something in the mail and connect with them. The worst rookie mistake is not knowing yourself, not knowing your goals, and not knowing the type of work you want to be known for. Not being clear about what you bring to the table and what sets you apart. So what do you bring to the table? Do you understand your strengths? Do you know what makes you special? Do you know how to use your creative superpower? Well, I'm here to help. Check it out here, the link below. And there's another link under the video. Thanks so much, and let me know what you think. Leave a comment below.